Hey, what is up, EzPhysique fam? And for those of you that aren't part of the EzPhysique family, welcome to what we're doing today. And today I'm with my buddy Carlo Griever. He's a professional golfer. Carlo, say what's up.
How you guys doing?
Good, good, brother. Hey, man, I'm so excited to have you, brother, because we've known each other for a long time, and I know you've got some real cool dreams and aspirations, and excited to be kicking off this journey with you. But before we get started, I want people to know a little bit about you and your journey and what it is that you're trying to do. So tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you are, and that's important to know because of what's ahead of you in a couple of years now. So go ahead.
I'm 48 years old. Hi, I'm Carlo Griever. I'm 48 years old. I'm a professional golfer, played on tour for over 32 years. Been battling weight all my life, up and down like a yo-yo on different diets, different things. Certain things have gotten better as I've gotten older. As my weight has kind of stopped, I've gotten bigger, and I needed help. I knew Mike, I guess we met about maybe 25 years ago, almost 30 years ago, playing golf. I was young. I was still overweight. About 91, I lost about 70 pounds. I went to 160, and I met my wife and everything was fine. But life catches up with you, and you stop. As you get older, you stop thinking. You have kids, and you add weight. You just not thinking about it. And being an athlete, you don't want to add a lot of weight. But I'm to the point where now I'm trying to make the senior tour, and I have to be the fittest guy out there. I got to be in the best shape, because if I'm not in the best shape, then I'm going to get passed up. Because right now the senior guys, all of them have made it already. So they have a huge advantage over me. They can be overweight, they can be sloppy, because they're on the tour already. So I have to take it to another level. And part of taking it to another level is being in shape, A, being fit, 2, and having the game at the highest level it can be. And that's when I approached Mike, and I knew Mike. I saw the EzPhysique, how he did it, and I couldn't believe the pictures when I saw him. I was like, man, you didn't even look that fat. But I was like, wait, are you kidding me? You look great. So as he had a heart attack, as everyone knows, and he went and changed his life, and now I have to change my life, and I have to get it to a point where I can be around, not just for my golf, but for my family, and my son is important, and my wife's important, and me being around is important. So that's one of the number one things I'm doing it for, and number 2 is for my golf. So
Nice.
That's it.
Carlo, hey, thanks for sharing that, because that it's really cool. Golf is such a at least for me, it is one of the coolest sports. It's a gentleman's sport, and it's really, it's kind of captivated America, and over the years, it's just really turned into this thing where so many people before didn't even have access to golf, or didn't even like golf, and now you have these athletes and people that are in golf that are amazing athletes. By the way, guys, Carlo's an amazing athlete. I've played with him several times. The guy's got this tremendous natural talent. He is a pro golfer. I mean, the guy will go out there and shoot 68, 65, 66, 7, those kind of scores where I'll get out there and hack out, hey, I shot a 90. So
yeah, you're a heck of an athlete too. Don't sell yourself short. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. But hey, so I wanted to ask you, Carlo, because this is really cool for people to know. Tell me, before we met, where you were with your height and weight, and what you were doing as far as fitness and all those kinds of things. Like what was going on in your head before we met? So if you could take that.
Before I met you, I think I was close to being around 18 years old. Wasn't I around that time?
No, I mean before EzPhysique.
Oh, before Easy.
Yeah, what was going on with your health and how you felt about it? How did you feel?
Before EzPhysique, I, before EzPhysique, I really had problems with A, walking the golf course, B, being very tired when I got home, extremely tired, where I'd sit down and boom, I'd fall asleep. Didn't want to do anything with my son, didn't want to do anything with my wife, didn't want to do anything. Right now, I've been on the program for 2 weeks, going on my third.
Save that. I want to talk. I want to get to that. But I want to before, like what you're saying, the energy.
Energy was real low. Golf game, I would play, one round well, one round bad, one round medium, no energy. I would get under pressure situations and I would feel it as any athlete would feel the pressure, but it would almost feel like I would not perform at the highest level. Now that you told me not to talk about it.
So also, how was your body feeling? Like, do you have any aches and pains and joint?
I had a lot of pain, a lot in my left shoulder, a lot in my feet area. If I would play for a couple months, my back would start to hurt. After maybe 6 or 7 rounds, I would start feeling tight on my back midsection. Since I started, I haven't felt any of that, none of it. So it's pretty much gone.
Nice. So, and talk about your measurements, your height, weight, waist, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm 5'11". I screwed up. I said I was 5'9", but Mike corrected me and said, "No, you're 5'11". That's okay. I gave him the wrong measurements. But I am married to a physician, and she was like, "No, you're 5'11". And Mike's like, "Listen to your wife." I said, "Okay." So I listened to my wife. So I'm 5'11". I weigh 243 pounds. I told Mike I was 240 because I have a scale that's kind of wacko. It depending on what I ate that day, it goes up and down by 3 pounds. But let's just call it 240-ish, 242, 243. My waist was 47 inches, and I didn't think I was even that big. I was like, no way. When my wife took my measurements, I was like, wow, I cannot believe I'm that big. But what really, really shocked me is I've been playing on a little mini tour in town here, and the guy's been videotaping us tee off. And I looked at myself on the video, and I was like, man, I am fat. I am bad, out of shape. I mean, how can I can't play golf like that. There's no way. Yeah, I'm playing at that level, but I can't see myself that big anymore. I mean, I got to lose the weight. So, and that was it. So,
yeah. So one of the things you said earlier was you were having a problem walking. You can talk a little bit about that, because that's like integral in golf, right? Like on a professional tour, to be able to just ride a cart. Well, I don't know how it is on the seniors, but don't you have to have some sort of?
You can ride a cart, but I mean, the best players are walking. They're doing their best to stay in fit and shape, and guys, if they have a knee problem or something like that, they can take a cart. But when I used to walk, I would walk, go from the golf cart to the green to the tee box. That was no problem. But when I had to walk up and down hills, I would be out of breath. I mean, I could tell, I was like, oh gosh, and it'd take me a second to get my breath back. And that can't be healthy, because as an athlete, I never was like that. When I was younger, I never was out of breath. I was never, even with the little weight I had on me, I could walk up a hill, always not be out of breath. But as I've gotten older, I'm noticing, even when I was walking, just flat, I would get out of breath. And that's not good. That means your heart is not supplying energy and, oxygen to your body correctly. So, and your heart's not working right. But as I
Not only,
as I've done this.
yeah, well, not only that, Carlo, but it's also, as you know, like if your heart's not working correctly, you're not getting oxygen to everything you need in your mind, and that's where, I'm an athlete, former college basketball player. And if you don't have enough oxygen, then, and being tired makes cowards of us all. So you get tired, and that's when you start being hard to compete. It's hard to deal with pressure and stress and things like that. So you're hitting the nail on the head with that. So I wanted to ask you, since joining, what's been your experience? Like, what are some of the things that are like different from? We didn't talk about how you were eating. Before we do that, real quick, talk about how you were eating before you started with me. So what was kind of like the way you ate?
You know, being outside and being away from home all the time and being on the road a lot, you eat bad. I mean, you're going to go eat. If you're tired, you're not going to go have a meal at a restaurant. You're just going to go get a hamburger, or you're going to get a salad from one of those fast food places, or you're going to get, chicken. It's not always the healthiest chicken, but I was just eating, fast food stuff a lot of it, because it was convenient, because I was going to the golf course working, on my game, and I would eat a lot of the club food, which is, it's okay. I mean, it's healthy for you if you order it the right way, but a lot of fast food stuff. I like my gourmet stuff too, my paisanos, things like that. Like my wife goes out, we eat Italian food a lot, because I am Italian, and I like my pastas, I like my cheeses and things like that. But that's everybody. Yeah. Everybody likes stuff. So
you started with EzPhysique. It's been what, a couple of weeks now? Mm-hmm. And so before we get to the results, I want you to talk about some things that you're doing differently. Some things like, oh wow, that we implemented into your life. So talk about, you can take from wherever you want to start with, maybe, well, whatever. I'll let you just talk about that. What's been different?
Just the way I eat, the way my thinking of eating, where food is not the number one thing in my life, so I would always, like, in the morning eat, and then, sometimes I would have 2 meals in the morning, and then I would have lunch, and then I would have, a snack, and then I would have another snack, and then I would come home, eat dinner. Then I would come home and eat, after I sat down and watched television. Just after I ate dinner, I would sit there and have, 2 or 3 more snacks. And before you know it, I've got a 47-inch waist. It's not a good thing. Yeah. Drink a lot of diet sodas, drink a lot of regular sodas, drink, a lot of junk, really. I mean, and when I started working with you, I started realizing, wow, this is why you have the waist you have and the problems that you're starting to have.
I think most people, Carlo, know that, the solutions are like to eat less and move more. That's kind of big picture what's going on. But, the detail of it, as you found out, we've had that conversation, like, dude, I was probably eating 5,000-6,000 calories a day.
Yeah, easily.
And I was cracking up when you were telling that story, because it reminded me of Lord of the Rings. Remember, like, Bilbo Baggins and Samwise were like, okay, second lunchies.
Well, but like I would go hit, before I go to the golf course, I would go have 2 or 3 tacos. Then a friend would call me, hey, you gonna go play golf? Yeah, let's have breakfast. I get up early. I get up at 5 o'clock. I got my son. I got to take him to school. Well, now we don't have to do anything. I mean, he has everything on the computer, but before all this coronavirus, I mean, we would have to go to school at 5 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I'd wake up at 5. I'd be out the door by 7. At that time, I'd already had breakfast, and one of my friends would call me, hey, we're going to go play golf. You want to have breakfast? And I've already ate. Yeah, I'll have breakfast. So I go eat with them, have another 2 tacos, and now 2 tacos turn into 4 tacos. So it's like, wow, And
so
then you just don't.
Like, do you feel like you're more zoomed in, more around what your body actually needs?
Yes. I mean, it's more, it's just a lifestyle change. I mean, I mean, it's not like I'm deprived, believe me. I mean, I'm eating plenty, you know, and it's just, I'm more aware of what's going into my mouth and into my body. And that's the whole idea. I always remember I was listening to Tiger Woods when he was younger, and matter of fact, I have a book on him, Tiger Woods My Way or something. And it read back when he was, I think when he was 13 or 12, he said he was being more aware of what went into his body, not junk. In other words, he cut out soda, he cut out, you know, all the junk food, and was more aware of what was going into his body and everything that went into his body. But, you know, you know, every athlete does that. I mean, they're really, really conscious of what goes in their body. That's why I'm really mad at myself, because I didn't think that way. You know, I was just, you know, I was always heavy and overweight, you know, a little heavier. And you know, I don't like going to the gym a lot, and I don't like doing that stuff, you know, but, you know, today's game, you have to have some kind of workout routine and be in some kind of good shape. Else you're going to get passed. I mean, it's just the way it is.
So there's a couple things I want you to speak to. One of them, so you have, you know, we're working through this, and with EzPhysique, I really focus on a couple things. We've got a proven system that we know works. It's worked for me. It's working for countless other people right now that are getting amazing results. But also, I think where people miss it, because there's a lot of free information that's out on the internet, right? You can go to YouTube and all this stuff, but there's a lot of confusing things. So with the proven system that gets all that confusion out, but really I want you to speak to, if you could, Carlo, on the coaching and the accountability and the support that you get from me and EzPhysique.
It's unbelievable. I mean, you've always been my friend. We went, almost 3 years without talking. I mean, you're always my friend, but, you know, as friends do, you know, I'm working, you're getting your career, but I can pick up the phone right now and call you and you pick up. That's what's great about you. And you're really on top of that. And that's good. You've always been that way. But, you know, it's just been great. I mean, it's the easiest thing I ever did. That's all I'm going to say. It is correct. It is correct. It is the easiest thing I ever did. And it's amazing, because I was like, when you first told me about the program, I was like, come on, you're eating pizza, you're eating all this. Come on, man, you ain't losing weight. Come on. It's true. I mean, it's true. It's unbelievable. I mean, the other day I cooked you a brisket, and
Amazing.
we had brisket, and today we had pork butt. And, you know, the other day we had pizza. My family did, and you know, I'm eating just like I normally do, but it's how I'm eating is the difference.
That's right. That's right. So that's really cool. And you know, and that lights me up when people say that it's easy, because it's the only way that I got to where I'm at. Because I've said this a million times before, when I thought about getting in shape, it meant me going to the gym 6 days a week, battling the weights. Number one, it meant me eating nothing but chicken breast and broccoli every day, it meant me having all these supplements, and it was this hard thing. And I was like, I'm not going to stick to it, because I'm not in my 20s. I'm not going to be a gym bro. You know, I'm 55 years old now, and I've got so many things that I like to do. And working out is, I honestly, I do it, but it's not like top priority things of what I love to do. What I love to do is hang out with my friends, my wife, my kids, and do music. And I've got business, you know, and I've got another business to run. And so it was important that I could get to the shape that I'm in and the shape that you're getting in, and it be in the background. So whenever somebody says it was easy, I'm like, I love it, man. It just lights me up.
Well, I mean, you know, you don't want me to tell you my numbers, but
no, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that here. Well, let's do that. So let's talk about your numbers right now. So this is just 2 weeks. What's been going on?
I went from 243 to 233, 2 weeks.
So you cut out there. You went from 243 to what?
233.
So you're down 10 pounds in 2 weeks.
And trust me, I've had Whataburger. I have had pizza. I have had
Brisket.
I've had tacos. I've had canes. I've had everything that you could do, and I'm losing weight.
Yeah. So here's what's cool about this, okay? In my opinion, and this is one of the reasons I designed it, because the other thing is the only measurement that I really feel is really important is the measurement of the waist, right? It's the most important thing. So many people get caught up with, especially if you're fat or obese like I was, you get caught up, I got to eat healthy. Well, I believe, this is my own belief, and your wife's a physician, but my belief is that the biggest risk that you have when you're obese is the fat that you're carrying on your body, because it's a show that your metabolism is off. It's a show that you're eating way more than what your body needs. It's a show, and it's been proven medically. You guys can go Google this. If your waist as a male is over 40 inches, you're at high risk for heart attack, stroke, cancer, you name it, right? And as a woman, as a female, if your waist is over 36 inches, same thing. So I proved that out in 2017 when my waist was 42. That's when I had my heart attack. I was eating like crap. I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, I gotta make money. I'm chasing all these things and not paying attention to my health.
Well, my wife, being a physician, has told me, I've been married to her going on 19 years. 15 of those years, she has told me, you're going to die of a heart attack. You're going to die of you're going to have diabetes. You're going to have this because of the midsection of your waist. Because I'm not fat down my legs area. I'm not fat on my arms that much. I'm not fat in my chest area. I'm fat right here, buddy. And that's right there is where the problem lies. And because I'm pretty good shape other than that. But she says the midsection weight of where the weight is in the midsection is the worst weight you can have. And I've had it all my life.
Yeah, and not only that, but beneath that, underneath, on the inside of your body cavity is visceral fat, which is really bad, and it surrounds your organs and stuff like that. So this is why, like with EzPhysique, people can measure other things, but I say the only thing I care about is the waist. And we want to get that thing down as soon as possible. So I want to tell you, my friend, how impressed and how happy I am for you that you're taking action. 2 weeks.
2 inches.
You're down 2 inches, which that's amazing, because 10 pounds, and you're really on the path. You're on the trajectory to lose 20 pounds in your first month. We've set some goals up for you, some milestones, and one of them is real quick. If you don't mind share what you told me your ultimate goal is, your ultimate weight, and why you want to get to that weight.
My ultimate weight, I would say, when I met my wife, I was about 165, 170-ish. My father, who recently passed away about 4 years ago, he bought me a suit, when I was younger. And it's a Hugo Boss suit, very expensive. I wore it 3 times. But I want to get back in that suit. And I had a 34-inch waist at the time, or 32-inch waist. So that's my goal. I'm going to get back in that suit.
We're going to get
probably never back. It's a 1990s suit. I probably will never wear it, but I just want to see how it looks on me again. That's all.
Bro, I already told you, go be sashaying down the catwalk, brother. We're going to have paparazzi. We're going to have some music. You're going to be like, hey.
That's my goal. So
that's awesome. And you already know, man, I'm committed to getting there with you, man, and doing whatever it takes. So I just want to tell you, brother, how I'm always very honored when when I'm working with somebody, a client that's dedicated, seeing results, that stays, stays committed and makes it happen. So, thank you for taking this time, man, and doing this. And we're gonna track your journey, man. We're gonna
Perfect.
Carlo's journey, the professional golfer. Your journey, your path to weight loss and fitness. And
Well, my goal is to make the senior tour, and I think you're going to be a very important part of that. And thank you, because you opened my eyes. And it's like you said, it's the money is not the issue. The issue is your family and staying alive. That's the issue. And my dad's best friend, when he was sick, my dad didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do chemo. He didn't want to do anything because he got cancer, and he didn't want to do any of that. And one of his friends told him, Bob, coffins don't have pockets. It's not about money. It's about your health and staying with your family and being the best you can be. Money's just an object. It's just paper. That's all it is. That's all it is. And paper burns. So Just remember that.
And dude, on a serious note, I cannot wait, because guys, this guy's a great golfer, and he hits it like forever. Like, I'll get out there, I'm like, hey, he's like way up there, I'm way back here. But I can't wait to see the results in your game show up. You imagine your weight's going from a 47 to, say, a 34. That's 13 inches of space that's gone away, man, that you're going to be able to, get in that pocket and just kill it, man. I'm super excited to see that, Carlos. So
I'd like to see that again.
Yeah. So. Anyway, brother, hey, I just want to thank you again for your time. Again, I'm blessed and honored to have you as a friend and as a client. And,
Me too.
I'm here for you, man. And thanks for doing this, because not only is this is going to be cool, because we do this, I do this, and you're doing this because you know that it's going to impact other people and cause them to think and look at their own health situation, and
exactly.
And I thank you for that.
No problem. Thank you. And get EzPhysique. It's good for you.
Hey, thanks. Okay, until next time. So this has been episode 1. We're going to catch up maybe in a couple of weeks and check in with the results and have episode 2.
All righty, Mike. Thanks.
You're welcome, brother. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.